What's up, everybody? Welcome to Overactive Fork to Fit. I am Jess. Thank you for clicking on today's video. So this is my second channel, or the channel that I want to start building. A lot of you may know me from Keto Rewind, and probably have the question, why the need for two channels, all that jazz. So I'm answering that question in this video, and also my before and after pictures, and also the 75 soft challenge. I took before, after measurements, weight, all the jazz. So I thought I'd just put this all in one video and get started. But before I jump into all that, I do want to say real quick, I am not a medical doctor. I'm not a healthcare expert. I'm not a medical professional in general. All I know is my own journey, my own experience, my own opinions, my own research, that kind of thing. At the end of the day, you do you. This whole channel is just meant for weight loss inspiration, weight loss motivation, to show a real person, in the trenches battling obesity, and inspire you to try to do something, make the change. So with all that said, let's jump into today's video. Okay, so it sounds weird because this is only like my second or third video here on this channel, but welcome to Overactive Fork to Fit. Now, first off, what is the name, or why is it even called Overactive Fork? Well, I touched on it briefly on previous videos, but my main thing is I don't have a good story. Like, I don't have a long drawn out traumatic thing that happened that triggered this point in my life where, I started to gain weight. I simply put myself on the back burner. I was a very active kid growing up, and then I took away all those activities once I became an adult because life and jobs and then motherhood, and things just got out of hand, and I blew up to 309 pounds. And that was basically just overeating and not moving my body. I'm an emotional eater. And basically, when you eat too much, you don't move at all, here it comes on. So I don't have something I can blame my behavior or my choices on. I don't have a medical condition like a thyroid issue or, something like diabetes. I don't have any of that. I only have myself to blame for the predicament that I got myself into. However, that's not the end of the world, because weight comes off. You can lose it. It's hard, but it can come off. So I wanted to transform my life from having an overactive fork, meaning I'm eating too much, to a fit and healthy lifestyle. And I wanted to show you how I'm doing it. Now that segues into the second part of the question, is why the need for two channels? Well, Keto Rewind will always be something that it was life-changing for me. It was an eye-opener. It introduced me to life without sugar, without, like all the extras, with it just opening my eyes to nutrition, and all the stuff that's in food, and it opened up eyes to myself and my own journey that I didn't realize I had, and it was a game changer. It will always be something I contribute to. Like, Keto Rewind will not go anywhere. I will not have maybe as many videos on there at some point in my journey, but I'm still always going to have a admiration, love for Keto Rewind and everything that it represents. With that said, it kind of felt like I was not living up to what I'm supposed to be. Like, when I designed the channel and named the channel and that kind of thing, I didn't realize how specific you have to be when you're on as an influencer. I hate even using that word, but your little word is like crucified. You don't say exactly what you mean. Like, I had to be in this box of keto, and I had to be perfect. I had to be all the things because I called myself keto. And the keto police were as fierce as the, normal internet troll, So it was one of those things where, I didn't think that part through. I just was trying to change my life. And at the time, it was a great idea because I was rewinding my health from morbidly obese to a healthy weight. And I lived keto. Well, as the journey developed and moved on, and I found new issues about myself and, and some of those things where keto was too restrictive and not sustainable. And that created a whole nother beast that I wasn't dealing with, or I didn't know how to navigate yet. So in general, to make a long story short, I don't eat 100% keto in my journey. Despite the past couple of weeks, I have not been in ketosis in a long time. But since starting the 75 soft challenge, and a whole nother reason, we'll get to that in a minute, but I have not made keto or eating keto a goal in a long time because I found it too restrictive and unsustainable, and just took a slight shift over, and I approached high protein, low carb as my like newfound love. So I thought when I came for this channel, I did not want that to be concrete and in the name of my channel, like, because I don't know what I have in the future. I know what's happening right now. So I did not want to tie the name of my channel to food. And I also wanted to live my truth by not having to be in the perfect box of keto. I was just what I want to do, or my goals on this channel is to overcome my overactive fork and transition it to a fit and healthy lifestyle. So, and that is a box that I will permanently be in regardless, because that is what the goal, the end goal is in all this. So that's why it makes sense. So Keto Rewind will have all keto recipes and keto content. Overactive Fork will be a lot broader, and it'll have more high protein, low carb approach with lots of health and fitness stuff that I don't put on Keto Rewind. So this way, workouts, and routines and stuff like that, and just overcoming the emotional sides of the battle, to overcome wanting that desire to overeat, and how I navigated that, and how I found success. So I'm sorry that went a little bit longer than I thought, but it's like I wanted to clear that up. So, but there is a place for both of these channels, and going forward, I'll show you that. So you just trust me for now. So I currently don't have any challenges or weight loss challenges going on in this channel right now. What I'm doing is basically bringing the 75 soft over here until I think of a good one, when this challenge ends. So, but for right now, I'm going to be in 75 soft mode for the next, 75 days. So basically December 19th. I wanted to talk about the week 1 results, week 2 results, week 3 results, the before weight, the current weight, all that jazz. And one of the things I did appreciate with my Keto Rewind channel was I made weekly photos. Like I'll put an example here on the board for weekly progress photos. So like what I looked like week 1, and I did a week 2 and a week 3, and I was able to compare. Sometimes it visibly shows better in pictures than it does in the scale, so I thought that visual representation of my progress was relevant. It wasn't just what the scale said. So I also took measurements, and I'm going to have that same mentality here because it's relevant. Like I want to, that is inspiring for me to look back on where I came from. So as embarrassing as it is to share weight, measurements, all the things, sizes, like all of that, it's liberating to get it off your chest at the same time. Like that's what I was, and this is where I'm going, that kind of thing. Because it's progress, it's inspiring, and that's one thing that I really do enjoy doing. And it's empowering for me to own my truth. So let's talk weight. My highest recorded weight was 309 pounds. That was back in 2019. I'll put a picture on the board here of where I started. So I was 309 pounds. I'm 5'8". Let's see what else. I was wearing a 3X at that point, like a tight 3X. That was original, like my highest. Now, I lost 140 pounds, and then I got down to 180 pounds. And that was like, I was 1 pound from my goal. My goal was 179. And then things just went crazy. I went back to old habits, and then it went up. And over the past 2 years, I tried to get back down there, but I kept slowly gaining and gaining and gaining because I wasn't fixing the problem. I was a Band-Aid approach, it was the extremes. I do really good. I'd leave the same 5-10 pounds over and over again, but it slowly started creeping up though. So here I am, 4.5 years into my journey. I regained like half my weight back that I took so much work in losing. All right, so let's talk about the weight loss part. So for the start of the 75 soft challenge, I weighed myself on week 1, got the starting weight, and it was 255 pounds. Super disappointing. Yes, I know. And it was like one of those things where I'm like, I could have just given up and walked away and hung my head in defeat and just continued the yo-yo process, or I could do something about it. So I chose to put my head up high and remember what I can do, remember what I want, and do something about it. And do something in a way that I don't ever have to do this again. So that means a sustainable approach. So week 1 gets through, I kick off the 75 soft challenge for week 1. I do not lose any weight. Super frustrating, angry, all the things, like ears, steam coming out. But it is what it is. You have to keep moving. It was only week 1 of the challenge. I can't throw in the towel yet, right? I haven't even worked hard yet. So week 2 comes around, and thankfully I was down 6 pounds. So I was down to 249. So yes, progress. And then lo and behold, I'd gotten my period during week 1. So it kind of made sense why it was all fluky. And that's why it's such a big number for week 2, that kind of thing. So week 2 comes around, 249. Week 3 comes around, which is the week I'm currently in. I am now 246, so I shaved another 3 pounds off. So for a total, in 3 weeks, I am down 9 pounds, which is great because when you're doing something that feels good and is not work, it's like it's part of the routine. It has not felt like dieting. It has felt like something new, but something that I'm starting to love, and it was pretty cool. So I thought, for this channel, I also want to do the pictures. So I will show you the before pictures for week 1 versus week 3, which was like 2 days ago I took these pictures. But you can now visually see, and I will have a week by week update of, week 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on and so forth. Because visually, you cannot discount the changes, because when I'm doing strength training, keep in mind, I am lifting weights and I'm lifting heavy. So I have 2 things. One, I want to show you guys that I will not look like the Incredible Hulk just because I'm a woman doing strength training. I want to show you I will still have I will maintain a feminine body. I will have a nice toned body, but I'm not going to look like the Incredible Hulk. The amount of hours and time and diet that you would have to do to look like a bodybuilder is something that I have no desire to do. But I can show you what an average person's body can do as a female when you incorporate strength training. So the second thing is, as you lose weight, you've got to, so you don't look like just a big rolling thing of skin, having that muscle is going to help lift things up. We're going to work with what we have here. I'm not 20 when this is happening. I'm now in my 40s, right? So I want to show you, a true weight loss transformation with a great healthy mindset, with overcoming an overactive fork, the transformation begin. So yeah, that is the goal here at Overactive Fork. I hope you guys like this. I am going to do a lot more vlogging and a little bit different than I did on Keto Rewind, because I want this channel to be very different than Keto Rewind. So I look forward to our times together. Comment below if you are doing the 75 soft with me. And yeah, so I will see you at the next one. I am Jess, and you're watching Overactive Fork to Fit. Bye-bye.